Hi everybody, my name is Paula. I'm from the Real Polish Fanatic blog, and I also have a jewelry business where I use nail polish exclusively to make my jewelry designs. I will link all that down below if you'd like to check any of it out. And I'm actually wearing a sneak peek of what's coming up next week with my jewelry in the Polished Gamers box. I have this teardrop shaped necklace and matching earrings. And there will also be a ring available, which of course I forgot to bring downstairs, so I can't show that to you today, but all three pieces will be available next week, June 15th to the 20th at polishedgamersbox.com. So this is my second video, and I want to thank everybody who watched my first video, who commented on it or liked it or subscribed to it. I appreciate you all so much. And I was thinking about what I wanted to talk to you about for my second video, and I thought I would talk about my nail polish journey and how my collecting obsession began. So I was always a little bit into nail polish. I always had a small stash, 20 bottles or so, which is about normal for a non-polish nail polish fanatic. And back in the 90s, I would actually get my nails done. I had acrylics for 3 or 4 years back in the 90s. And the girl who would do my nails would always buy the latest OPI collection, but it was always red or burgundy or maroon or berry colors. So for 3 or 4 years, that's what my nails were. They were red or burgundy or maroon, berry colored. But if you think back to the 90s, there weren't a whole lot of choices. There wasn't a lot of daring things happening back then. You hardly saw a blue nail polish, let alone a duochrome or a holographic, or the glitter bombs and the flakies that we get these days, especially from the indie nail polish community. But there were a couple of standout nail polish companies who went outside of the box. They were a little before their time, and unfortunately I missed buying a lot of those when they were new because I wasn't that much into nail polish, but I have been able to collect a bunch of them in the years since. So I'm going to talk about one of those companies, one of those nail polish brands in a little bit. But to talk about how my nail polish obsession began, back in 2011, I somehow stumbled across the Makeup Alley nail care board, and I joined right away, and I lurked for a long time. I was a little nervous to post, but it was a great community. There was just so many people posting, so many beautiful manicure photos, and lots of enabling going on, and just a lot of great information. I learned a lot just reading through the posts that were done there. We had a couple of really great bloggers come out of there, and so that's kind of how it began. And just slowly I would see a manicure photo posted on the Makeup Alley nail care board, and I'd be like, oh, I have to have that polish. So I would Google it and usually find it on eBay if it was something older, and buy it up, and that's how it started. And right around that time is when the indie nail polish community exploded, and we had the early days of indies with Linderella and different companies like that. And I think Linderella might have also been on the nail care board. I'm not positive about that, but so that's kind of how it started, and it's just snowballed from there. Non-stop nail polish obsession. But as I was saying, back in the 90s, you didn't have a lot of choices of, out of the box kind of choices. You didn't, like I said, you didn't see duochromes or holographics too much. There was a little bit, and there were a couple of companies that really were just off the wall for that period. One of them, my favorite, was Revlon Streetwear, which I'm going to talk about in a future episode. But today I have Rimmel London from the 1990s to share with you. So on the Makeup Alley nail care board one day, there was a photo of a manicure posted, and I just had to have that polish. So I Googled it right away, and I found it on eBay. It only came in a lot, so I had to buy like 9 other polishes with it or something. And they had 2 lots available, and most of the colors were duplicates, but there were a couple off, one was in one lot and not the other or whatever. But so I bought both lots because, why not? It's early nail polish collecting days, so I went a little crazy. So what I liked about this brand, Rimmel, back in the 90s, They did some daring things. They had a duochrome and they had some glitters and different colors, which is fun to see back then when most things were work appropriate pink or nude or red kind of colors. There wasn't a lot of exciting choices back then. So 2014 is actually when I found these Rimmels online and I purchased them. So I just wanted to show them off to you today. So these are the old bottle style of Rimmel. Rimmel is still around. These are the old round ones from the 1990s. The color that I had to have from the post on Makeup Alley was this one called Mania. It's a little bit of a duochrome, and all these were bought in 2014 in one lot, except for two of them I purchased separately. So just to kind of show you what was happening back in the 90s is we have this one called Chill Out. That's this one right here. It's a topper. It has a blue flash to it. It's kind of fun. I do have duplicates of a bunch of these, and if I ever get my D-stash page going, I'm going to do it on Instagram, I think. I will probably have the duplicates of these up for sale if there's anything you like. This one is called Fusion, and it's kind of a blue-gray, almost a chrome. It's this one right here. So you didn't see a whole lot of chromes and things like that back then. And this one here is called Galactic Blue, which is has some shimmer and glitter in there. A little bit of duochrome effect. You can see it kind of go a little bit purple. That's this one here. This is a nice one. That's pretty. I like that. Then we have a true chrome. This is called Go Platinum. A pretty silver chrome. You can see the brush strokes. That's the bad thing about chrome polishes, but can't really be helped. You can sponge it on to try and get rid of those brush strokes, so it's a little bit smoother looking. And we have Highland, which is this pretty burgundy color, 1990s color for sure, pretty burgundy. These all had really great formulas. You can see how smooth they are. The swatch wheel is all 2 coats of each color. This one is called Magical. It's a pretty purple. Just a cream. There's a little bit of silver shimmer in there. It adds just a little bit of depth to the polish. It's kind of nice. This is the one I had to have. It's called Mania. It's like a blue or a green that flashes a little bit blue, and it also has some golden shimmer in there to add a little bit of depth and interest to the polish. Like I said, these are all from the 90s. I don't know exactly when, but sometime in the 90s these came out. This one is called Odyssey, and it's kind of a purple lavenderish chrome, a little bit of silver shimmer in there. Again, you can see those brush strokes. Hopefully you can see those on the nail wheel. Again, you could sponge that on to try and get rid of those a little bit. Got this really pretty red, it's kind of a crelly formula. I actually had a pedicure done today with this color. It's really pretty, called Perfect Poppy, and it is pretty perfect. A nice pretty red, kind of a true red. It's not too blue. It's a nice one. And then we have Pop Idol, which is another topper. It's, you can see the iridescent and the bright blue purple glitters in there. That's kind of fun for the 1990s. You didn't see too much of this. Pop Idol. And then we have, this one is fun. It's called Potion. And you can see it has a strong, it's kind of like a rust color with a pretty strong green, golden green shimmer in there. I really like that one. It's very unusual. I don't think I have anything else like this in my stash of thousands of bottles. So that's a fun one. I like that. And this one is called Radical, which is also, it's also sort of duochromish. You can see it kind of goes from like a gray, brownish, gray taupe. Almost has like a purple flash a little bit in there. This is another interesting one. I like this a lot. Radical. And we have another, this was pretty sheer. I tried it on its own and it's pretty sheer. You can see down here is 2 coats on its own and then layered over black. It's just sort of light blue, really fine glitter, kind of like a micro glitter kind of a thing. I don't know if you're seeing that on the camera at all, but there's some little fine glitter in there. This is a nice one. And then we have Silver Bullet, which is a gray topper again. You can see down below is 2 coats on its own and then 2 coats. It might only be 1 coat over black, 1 coat on its own. And so this is a white with a little bit of golden shimmer in there, which will lend it to look a little bit gray on the nail if you put it over black. It's called Silver Bullet. And then next, this was pretty similar to Radical. This one's called Utopia. It's this one here. It's kind of I don't know what color that would be. It's just like a brown, like a mocha, maybe a mocha brown color. And that's pretty pretty. It has also kind of a golden shimmer to it. You can see that in the bottle and on the swatch wheel. And something you didn't see a whole lot back in the 90s, this bright yellow called Va Voom. It's this one also has quite a bit of brush strokes in it, probably from that silver shimmer that you can see there in the bottle. But this is a fun color. I like this one. Very bright, perfect for springtime. Va Voom. This one I actually bought on its own after I saw another manicure picture on Makeup Alley. This one's called Zeitgeist. And this is a duochrome that goes gold, purple, little bit of blue maybe showing up in there, but you did not see very many duochromes back in the 90s. So this is a special polish from back then. I really like this one. You can see I've used this one a few times. And I also have the last one here is called Zoom. It's another topper. This is similar again to Radical and Utopia, where it's just sort of kind of a mocha. It ends up being kind of a mocha brown color over black. That's kind of fun. And then I have this one too that wasn't part of those lots that I bought. This is called Wishing on a Star, and I actually painted that one back here. This is this one has a little bit chunkier silver glitter in this kind of rosy pink base. So that's fun. I love collecting old vintage nail polish. I have quite a big collection of it. But you won't find these bottles anymore, this bottle shape. They come in a square bottle now. They are still, like I said, still in business, Rimmel. But these are all from the 1990s, and I just wanted to share them because there were a few things there that you would not normally find back then. So that is my Rimmel collection from the 90s. I do have a few newer ones. I didn't bring those down to show you, but yeah, I think that's kind of fun to see the old bottle styles and the polishes that were a little bit out of the box for back in the 1990s. So that was my Rimmel collection, and I want to thank you all for watching again. If you like it, if you want to continue seeing what I have to offer on YouTube, please subscribe. I'd love to read your comments, and I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.